Yuji Station. By staying outside the curtain, the risk of being seen increases, and in return, the curtain's strength does as well. Hearing this, Megumi surmises that the curtain's projectors are probably somewhere extremely obvious. At 10:01 PM, on top of Shibuya Tower, Jiro, I don't know how to say his name exactly, Awasaka looks down on the city and asks if this is the most obvious spot to strengthen the curtain. Ogami's grandson agrees, but notes that they will have to kill the cursors inside the building before getting to them. However, they're both taken off guard when Nue suddenly appears flying above them. As Nue goes in one direction, Yuji goes in the other, then using a wire, he wraps up all of the curse users at once. Ogami's grandson helps her get out of harm's way, but Awakasa is swept clean off of the building. Takuma takes this chance to break one of the curse tools that is putting up the screen, but also realizes that one of the enemies has taken the other two curse tools with him, preventing him from continuing. Yuji further wraps up Awasaka in a wire and drags him downward at a faster velocity. Yuji snaps the wire and dives inside the building while yelling out for Megumi to deactivate Nue, while dropping Awasaka over 40 stories towards the ground below. Megumi flares up his cursed energy and demands that the old man get up. Awasaka stops playing dead and smiles at his opponents. Megumi reminds Yuji that they don't have time to waste, and he agrees. Yuji and Megumi fight alongside the divine dog Totality against Awasaka. The boys don't find fighting the enemy difficult, but working together to be the hard part of this battle. They appear to be overwhelming the old man, but he remains completely unscathed despite all of their efforts. He slices at Yuji with a knife, but gets caught in the toad's tongue and flung into the bridge structure above them. However, he still isn't hurt. Annoyed, Megumi points out that they weren't meant to be wasting time. Awasaka continues fighting with Yuji and Megumi. He uses his lust for revenge on Gojo to fuel his anger in battle, and beats back the two first years. This surprises the students as they don't understand how he's nullifying all of their damage. Megumi figures out that it might be related to his innate technique and decides to yell out a bold-faced lie. He says that Gojo is in Shibuya. Yuji is confused, but this helps Megumi confirm that the cursed user's technique isn't something like damage nullification that could counter Gojo's limitless technique. Awasaka claims that he's ready to finish their battle, and Megumi responds by unleashing his new Rabbit Escape Shikigami. This creates a wave of countless small rabbits that are supposed to serve as a distraction. However, Awasaka has a random reaction to them as he's hit way harder than he should have been. This gets Megumi's attention and he immediately tells Yuji, revealing that he's figured out the enemy's curse technique. Awasaka realizes the purpose of Megumi's rabbits is more of a diversion than an actual attack. He wonders if the Jujutsu High students will try to hit him with a lethal blow from behind with the rabbits, when suddenly the curses are deactivated and Megumi's Max Elephant falls from the sky with him on top of it. Awasaka manages to resist the impact and the Shikigami is deactivated just as quickly as it appeared. This annoys the old man, who demands Megumi to man up and fight him directly. Megumi replies that that's more of his boy's style, and right on cue, Yuji hurls a freaking car at Awasaka. The cursed user is able to nullify the blow though, but is still blown away by Yuji's pure strength. Megumi then gets Awasaka's attention while Yuji prepares a full power swing. Awasaka believes he can easily anticipate Yuji's punch and Megumi's attack at the same time, as his curse technique, inverse, makes strong attacks weak and weak attacks strong. He believes the harder his opponents fight, the easier he wins. It is revealed though that our boys had already figured out their opponent's innate technique, and Megumi surmises that the inverse technique must have a maximum and minimum limit, as the curse user is reinforcing his body with curse energy on top of it. Yuji understood and suggested that they attack with a strong and weak attack at the same time. Megumi agrees, stating that they just need to keep the pressure on and prevent him from realizing that they've figured it out. In the present exchange of blows, Yuji makes contact and his punch is instantly nullified, but a simple poke from Megumi's toad's tongue is enough to do serious damage. Awasaka pours blood from his mouth, and before he even has a chance to recover, the guys resume their beatdown. Injured for the first time in this battle, Awasaka refuses to lose and forces the boys back, demanding the kids don't get cocky. Suddenly, Yuji gets behind the old man and throws another powerful punch. Awasaka turns around to counter it, but Yuji stops just before he adjusts his strike, throwing a now weaker punch, which Awasaka's inverse makes extremely powerful, knocking him completely out. Impressed by this, Megumi tells Yuji that he can pull off some pretty dope-ass moves. With Awasaka defeated, Yuji and Megumi break the two commissioned curtains he was holding, deactivating the curtain preventing sorcerers from entering Shibuya Station.